We're no longer on Skype. Lots of big changes in May. May is graduation day for many students around the globe. We're also a lot of software is changing. Skype is no more, and so we've adapted to use Teams. Okay, and we're going to be markets. Okay, so again, happy Wednesday to you guys. My name is Dr. Greg McLeod. Welcome to the live Asia session training. This is from the Scalping Club, and the VIPs have access to me live in the VIP in our Zoom room, in which we're in real time. Our trades, we're talking, we're chatting with each other. But if you would like to subscribe, you can just email me at greg@elitetradersview.com. Also put a link in the description, or if you're interested in becoming a member of our Forex Scalping Club. We always scalping the market, and I like scalping during Asia session. Okay, so let me go pull up my screen and welcome. Since I am traveling, I don't have view. I'm looking at one screen. I won't be so interactive with the YouTube guys, but please remember, I love you. I love you. We're gonna make some money today. Okay, go ahead and pull up the charts. Let me go ahead and we'll start off a small, a little prayer. Way we want to start all of our trading sessions. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this day, for the wisdom and understanding of the markets, and we thank you for profit, and we thank you for blessing every time of voice in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, fantastic. Okay, it's an email out via Teams. Make sure you check your spam box, your junk mail folder, and also white the Elite Traders University mail if you did not get it, or if you're watching the replay. But I did pop a link in the Teams chat. So check your Teams chat before you reach out to me directly, because that's the purpose. Teams, because we're a team. Okay. All right. Let's get to it. I'll share my screen. Go ahead and share. We'll share some sound, and give me a moment to screen. And if you can hear me, a quick sound check, video check. Number one, my voice, and number two, if you can see my screen. We'll start off with the My Market. My Market heat map is an arrangement of currency pairs with percentage change. It tells us what's hopping, what's popping, what's dropping, what's the market. Very simple. Green, the tiles tell us what the sideways. Green is up, red is down, gray is sideways. And if we look at the Forex heat map for today, Wednesday, 7th, 2025, we can see that the dollar is in strong, and then the top yen up 0.54%, dollar CAD up 0.48%, US dollar N up 0.35%. But we also see the dollar Swiss, which is unusual, buck the trend down 0.27%. And your dollar, pound dollar, Aussie dollar, and Kiwi dollar are also down big, right after the FOMC. The rate announcement today, Jerome Powell kept rates unchanged, saying that there are risks to the market of higher inflation, instability because of tariffs. Even though the stock market has been strong, prices have been stable. Yet he does not feel that it's time for a rate cut, even though there's about 94% chance of a rate cut priced in for September. Okay, so as a result of not cutting and also not hiking, it's has a strong bias to the U.S. dollar. So we might want to look at the dollar yen. In fact, I have a dollar yen up, but let's take a look at some other things around the market. And let's go ahead to we'll go to CNBC, right? And here we go. Stock futures a little change after S&P posts first positive day in 3 following Fed. Dow futures are down. The S&P futures are down. And then we had a mixed picture during the day. Actually, Dow Jones Industrial Average rallied almost 0.75%, 284.97 points to 41,113.97. S&P 500 almost up 0.5% at 5,631.28. Nasdaq up almost 1/3% to 17,738.16. Russ 2000 up as well 1/3% at 1989.66. And the VIX, as we can see, the VIX has pulled back. I can move this up. The VIX dropped. It was in the 40s. Now it's at 23.55. VIX is regarded as a fear index. People aren't as fearful. The fear index has pulled back. And then we have, we can look at what's going on with Asia. Asia just getting warmed up, and it's Nifty 50 up almost 0.14%. Okay. Pre-market doesn't look very good. Looks like we're gonna looks pretty red for tomorrow. Okay, but let's go ahead and look. We look at the futures. I was looking for today. Let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at the U.S. dollar index. U.S. dollar index is a basket of currencies versus the U.S. dollar, and so the DXY is the ticker symbol. We go to TradingView for that. We go to TradingView.com and move me out of the way. We know what I look like. And then we'll go ahead and go to the DXY. Move this out of the way as well. The DXY, right? That's the U.S. dollar, the currency index, the currency basket. We're going to look at on super charts, and let's make sure that we have a make sure we have a nice view here, right? Oh, okay. And there we go. Too small. Too small. Okay, got it. Okay. Right. So this is the US dollar index. Weekly is very much down. I mean, we've had a consolidation. Ah, Babatunde is here. Nice to see you, sir. Yeah, we went ahead and we sent an email out, and we will do a makeup on May 19th for those who not those who I know who missed. So we will have a makeup. We'll do some makeups for we'll still have some graduation stuff tomorrow and the next day. So we'll do our makeups on Monday, starting on Monday the 19th and then Monday the 26th for makeup days. I might do a Sunday too, might do a Sunday Monday. So we'll do that for the 18th and 19th. Okay. So here we go. This is the US dollar index, and we basically moving sideways. We broke below key level support 99.86, but it's recovering. It doesn't look like it's continuing though. Let's take a look at walk it down from a weekly down to a daily. You can see we do have some retest of the support area. Support area comes in really around the 100, the 100 spot 33 area, and this could be a return to the scene of the crime where price broke support, retest, and we can see it drop further, which could make pound dollar, euro dollar all go up. But right now, we're seeing something very interesting going on. We're seeing dollar Swiss go down, but we're seeing US dollar yen go up as well. USD JPY. And I'm going to bring up the chat so I can see, make sure my VIPs can communicate with me, and also they can see my screen. Looking for my chat. There it is. I see the chat number one. Hey, hello. He says hello, Dr. Greg. I say hello, Babatunde. Okay, let me go ahead and change that up to group chat so you guys can see each other's chats. Okay, awesome. Okay, let me move this out of. I'll minimize it. All right, and it'll blink. Let me know. Okay, so here we go. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on again. My market heat map, and again, dollar yen very strong. Dollar CAD, US dollar index. I'm also looking at. We're going to log in to the all Forex pairs. and see whether the yen pairings, maybe a pound yen, get some volatility, or euro yen. And we can see that they're all pretty much beat up. And then some of them have actually, euro yen has actually made it up a little bit. And euro yen, dollar yen, pretty look like they are in the green, barely in the green. So maybe just getting started. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm gonna pull up euro yen, and anything you want to suggest, feel free to look at. We're gonna move this out of the way. And okay. Actually, I have pound yen up, and pound yen was acting getting on some nice support. I know we missed pound yen the other day because I was trying to go counter trend. I think I've learned my lesson about going counter trend. We got lots of green on the 30. We have an uptrend basically from the lows of 190.69 uptrend. Also, we have an uptrend here in the 5 minute too. We also have an uptrend with some dojis, some indecisions. Our 1 minute though is pulling back and may give us an opportunity to get long. Maybe give us a little bit of a pullback. We can buy it at a bargain. Um, you look at that. We can also take a look at euro yen too and see if it's not as sometimes pound yen can be a little bit more challenging, more whippy than euro yen. Euro yen has been pretty good to us lately. I'm gonna move this out of here so we can have a better, we can have a better look. We have a let's look at get some more bars on the chart, and we can see that we've got a nice kind of a flag formation at a key level of support. So we're gonna wait for our 1 minute to turn green and maybe pull the trigger on that. Let's see if we get maybe a breakout from this flag formation. We have a bull flag formation, 717, and we're bouncing off the 200 simple moving average. And we're currently at 162.61 on euro yen. Like to see some type of maybe a pullback here on the okay, there is a green on the 162.64. I'm gonna go ahead and get long. It's asking me, are you sure, Greg? Yeah, we're gonna get long at what should we got? I pulled the trigger at 64 and we actually got 62. Okay. And let's get some more chart space here. Right. And then I put one on at 0.1 and see if we pull back a little bit. If we do pull back a little bit more, I'd like to put like actually a 1.0 on since we've got the account in the 1700 area right now. There's 63. Now, if we can use the Fibonacci expansion tool, we go to the lowest low, and you can use the Fibonacci expansion tool to predict where price could go, right? So we go from the bottom to the top, right? And we click and we get some dots on here, right? And then we can move that to the low here, right? And that gives us an expansion, 3-point expansion target, right? We got the high, the low, right? The low. And then so that will give us projection targets. The typical projection target would be 100% expansion target at 163.78. And we can still put a little cost improvement or a little bacon on the grill. Um, if price comes back down, we could wait to add another lot, maybe from the support area. If price is coming right down, so you enter kind of small, kind of a mixed bag. We have a trend, a trend indicator, and I'll add that to our to the community, to the Forex scalping community. Kind of what it does is it's a multi time frame dashboard, monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, um, hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. Seems like it's a lot of red and not very much green. So well, let's keep a watch on this, because maybe price may come back down and retest the bottom again, right? So maybe we're gonna watch this a little bit. You know, maybe we draw a trend line across the top of the red and see if we get a green kind of a break of the trend line moving back up. We're coming back to some support. We have lots of support here in the 62.55 area. I'm wearing the college colors. Again, my daughter, I have twin daughters, both of them graduating from college. So I'm 2 for 2. And so there's three graduations going on, or going to be. I mean, we're having a graduation tomorrow night, and then one uh, Friday as well. And then I'm driving back to Texas. Okay, we got a green candle there. I'm going to take that with a big piece of bacon there. 162.60 long, and let's get a stop. The low of that range is at 62.52, and I'll put maybe 5 pips on top of that. So 5 minus 52 is 47. So I'm gonna stop at 47. So we'll be out, and that's our risk now. And our take profit, I said we had our take profit based on the 30 minute, or it was 78. The 100% expansion was 63.75, or right around that area. So I'll go ahead and put that in there as our take profit. Well, can't do that's a stop loss. Can't do that. All right, no worries. There we go. Take profit. Usually I take profit at the 100% expansion. We can also take profit at 61.8%. Okay. So and I can't put any more bacon on. So that's it. That's a pretty good entry. You want that price to rebound. So let's see if nice green candle on the 1 minute chart. We're at the 61 by 63 on euro yen. The 5 minutes a little red, but it also pulled back as to support. And then we got a break. If we catch it right, you know, 63.75 is a pretty big move. And then, 100%, that's 100% expansion. So let's try for that. But if it could start, maybe moving sideways here at the 63.19 area. And that's still a goodly amount of pips. It's 49 pips, right? Or 59 pips. 59 pip move is not bad, right? The only thing better than a 59 pip move is it's really a 115 pip move, right? Off that 30. Oh, but we got a red break. So we could have a TP1. TP1 could be the old high. Old high is 62.98. TP2 could be 63.19, and the fourth take profit could be at 63.75. So there's these areas where you can take profit, and we're bullish against the these are center of gravity lines traded by the name of Belka Hayate, developed them back in the early 2000s. And we have a good amount of support. Uh, we had a trend line break, but it didn't hold up. Okay, so if you have not entered or looking to enter, okay, we can also draw that trend line again. And when we go from red to green, that's our trigger point to either into the market or add more to the market. Okay. Okay. I know we got some phone call. This is Euro Yen, and you're with Greg McLeod here on and with the Forex Scalpers Club. This wonderful Wednesday, the 7th of May, 2025. One 62.58 by 60. And we'll push up, a little push down. And we're looking for a price to move. Looks like a high and tight bull flag. You got the flag staff or the flag pole and sideways consolidation. And so we're looking for a break above the 162.64 area. And that should give us the big a move higher. Again, we had the FOMC, the interest rate announcement, and they kept rates unchanged. Many are hoping for a interest rate cut. In fact, the White House and the Trump administration have been calling for a rate cut from Jerome Powell, the Fed. He's even threatened to be, for Trump doing the apprentice kind of thing, and like you're fired, Jerome Powell, if you don't cut rates. And those types of comments were met by a lot of market instability and lots of wild swings in the market. As the federal FOMC, the U.S. central bank, is supposed to be a non-biased or independent agency, not under political control by the White House. So Trump's words have threatened the sovereignty and independence of the Fed, uh, and the markets don't like that. But odds are odds are that Jerome Powell won't have a job next year, and he might be given the 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 Trump treatment of you're fired, like like Apprentice, like in The Apprentice. a number of people have been tapped to possibly replace Jerome Powell and who will have a more friendly um, view of cutting interest rates. Jerome Powell doesn't want to cut interest rates because it will set off inflation. Okay, so we had initial break, pullback, and we're retesting that support area again. The blue line is the 200 simple moving average of the light blue line. The dark blue line is on the 5-minute chart is our center of gravity, which is can act as support or resistance. And we're at 162.58, 56 by 58. Retesting support at 62.55. I'm looking for some buyers to step in, but we do have a stop. Our stop is at the 62.47, which we will put on the second position we have on there as well. We don't want to be in this if no one else is in there either, right? So prices start moving down. So that's 162.47. And it breaks as a really good opportunity to possibly go short if that area does break. We just have this, the 30-minute, the 5-minute. The 5-minute, we have this long, we call, okay, I don't know why that's showing. Oh, oh, Jeff says looks like an NMD in the 5-minute, 1 minute, 5-minute. Okay. 5-minute, 1 minute. Let me maybe add some more chart data here and see if we can see what you see. So you see what you see. Okay. Uh, so much noise there. Just don't have we don't have a retest of the old high. That's really interesting. We have one peak, second peak never touched. Let's see another message. Oh, these all in 1 minute. Okay, sorry, 1 minute. All right, let me bring that close up, and I know this is I don't have the bigger screen, and everything's like a little skewed. It's like it's almost like pirate trading, but well, I'm looking at this. We got a 3, 4, 5, A or 1, B or 2, and then if you're looking the smaller time frame, well, if that was our high, did we get a secondary high? Unless, well, you're calling that 3, 4, 5, and then A, B. So you're saying, are we, this is NMDE where? So what wave are we in now? Would you say A, B? We're in the C right now, or the C getting ready to drop? And oh, okay. Yes. Okay. I get you. Hmm. What comes after that? It's big choppy correction. Is it a flat correction? Because now you have after your 3, 4, 5, you've got lots of retests of the same low. which can be construed as A, B, A, B, A, B, and no C. And if it's a flat correction, then that's a flag. This thing breaks north like really super strong. Because after NMDE, is that if that's all the bears can come up with, well then they're screwed. And in fact, if this was an NMDE, I would say 3, 4, 5, A, B, like see the wick, like A, B, C, and that long wick was your C. And now we're starting like one really choppy two and a three to the break north. That's what I would. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. That's exactly right, Jeff. Fire right there. Right. Money. Too much of a puzzle. Yeah, well, anytime we have to, and you can even look at the trend bar indicator. It's red, green, red. It's alternating red and greens. They're just reds on the on all time frame. There's nothing straight green or s- straight red about it. So we can either we can look at to something else that maybe something else that may stand up and give us a better, faster view. So let's just go through. We'll go through in the 30 minute, and you can see another mixed bag. Remember, after a big move, we had well, pound pound dollar got smacked, and it could be more very smackable. It's but I mean, we've got green on the uptrend, downtrend. The 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute are all down, and but the 5 and 1 minute are up. When the 5 minute and 1 minute are finished, it may be time to eat, maybe feasting time, and then maybe we are very close to a sell on the pound dollar, and it's rocketing into a 200 simple moving average and our bands. Oh, yeah, opportunity. I can give that to you. I will. I will. Maybe I can do it this way. I can go this way. I'm gonna drop it in here. File, open data folder, MQL4. I'm gonna open up. Yeah, I'm gonna open up my hood, pull it out, and give it to you. Because you're VIP, bro. You're VIP. VIP, right? I got so much stuff in here. I got so many goodies. This 1995. No, no, free. Okay. Oh, okay. Um, oh, there we go. MTF trend bar. Boom, just drop it in the indicators folder and they're all set. All right. That's the benefits of being a VIP. VIP. All right. Yeah, when you have all the bars green, that's a really hot pair, right? Uh, or when these lights start changing, rolling over. We can we can look at some other stuff. We look at the euro. Euro took a hit too. The euro and the pound are kind of close. Um, and the dollar yen probably is the dollar yen all green maybe. Nope. How about dollar CAD, Aussie dollar? Aussie dropped out too, and it's maybe well your Aussie. How about euro yen? We know we saw euro yen. We're in euro yen. And it looks like it's coming back a little bit. Pound Swiss, uh, CAD yen, real mixed bag. Pound yen, Aussie Kiwi. Ooh, Aussie Kiwi has some green ones, the 1 to 5, 15 to 30. And let's these are real slower. I mean, if Asia's slow, Kiwi, Aussie Kiwis will be really slow. But look, it's like green, 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 right? It's going up. And look at that long spike down and pull up. Let's start. So if Aussie Kiwi is going to be Aussie is strengthening versus the Kiwi dollar, then we could maybe try like 0.02 maybe. Yeah. We can use the top of the band here at 30 for our price target. It's 108.36. So like 11 pips. See if that works out. And it's really starting to clock there. Take profit is on the 1 minute, you're not going to see it. And on the 5 minute, it's up here at the 108.36. So it's, again, 14 pips away. Looks a little lively. That long wick down. See how it spiked right into the center of gravity and then popped back up? So maybe it'll go up. And maybe we put a stop on that. Let's put a stop below the like 108.13. So just below the consolidation channel that's here. Okay. It's got a lot of green bars there. Okay, let's go back to our euro yen. See if it's looking a little bit better. Oh, okay. Let's see a new message. Oh, Jeff, like looking at GJ got some long wick south. Okay, let's take a look at that. Yeah, I mean, we may. Yeah, the euro yen's acting the same way. long wicks, but they're not closing below support. And so that is very bullish, in fact. So we got two big wicks right here, two big beefy wicks. Trying to find my mouse. See there, right there. And where are my rectangles? Okay, we need to we customize it, add our rectangles, add an ellipse. Okay, and we can see where we've got this level of these wicks going into this area here. 1, 2, 3, 4 buyers stepping in. Boom! Let's do it, baby. Let's go. Yeah, those wicks were like a springboard. Oh, long wicks, long wicks. Okay. I have one screen, but I can still use my phone. Long wick price action 746. Let's see if we get that 8 o'clock train to run. Oh, sell off right back into the zone again. We're selling off in the zone. And we don't like that at all. Okay. Looked like we were launching up and hitting the 200 simple moving average price back into the zone again. And let me put our price up. 56.58. 162.56 by 58. Need some buyers to step in. Fifty, 58 by 60. Got like long wicks here. I'm just going off my connection here. My mouse connection. 59 by 61. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. We're at 60 by 61 euro yen. 30 minutes on the rise. The 1 minute is moving on up like George and Wheezy. You can look at all the wicks there down below there at that 62.55, trying to reach, trying to push it. Now we're at 60 by 61. Finally getting some action Jackson here. We're down just maybe 4 pips. We see the 1 minute Trend bar is green. 5 minute. Hasn't caught up yet. We're in the profit. We're in the money. We are in the money. Let's go. We're up 8.3. All right. Well, well, $8.30. $10. Let's keep it rolling. Our 5 minute went neutral. Okay. Okay, we can break out of. We have this consolidation zone. We're trying to break out of this box. We're stuck in the box. Let's see if we can break out of the box. We're at break even. Sixty-two by 60. 60 by 62. 59. 61. $7.52. Yeah, my name is Dr. Greg McLeod. So good to be with you guys. My YouTube people. You're delayed, but you're okay, right? Remember, if you want to be part of all the fun on the inside here, the VIP, you just email me at greg@elitetradersu.com. I'll be more than happy to get a spot for you on our VIP group where you can get free indicators, free and be able to talk to me directly. And here we go. Looking for a break north. We're up 1.3 pips on euro yen, 1.6, 1.5. I've got this extension box that allows me to hook my headset and mouse and other monitors and things like that. And it's just tweaking, just going on and off, on and off. Let me see if I can switch. I don't know what its issue is. Okay. We're breaking out. We're up 3 pips. Nice breakout. We got a breakout. Bye, bye, bye. Our Aussie Kiwis up as well. Our possibly a first target, if you get itchy fingers, is this 6273 area. And we can easily do that. We can actually move our take profit down to this more conservative target of 6273, which is about 6 pips away. And so that'll be a tidy gain right there. Yeah, we're stacking candles out of there. 100% expansion on the 1 minute is another good healthy target as well. Okay. Jeff, you're out. Good job. Awesome, awesome. I'll give it a little bit of applause there. Good job, Jeff. He rang the register. Definitely. 'Awesome. You took GJ. Awesome. 6273 is our target. See if we can hit that old high, and that'll be good stuff. 7:57. The 8 o'clock train has not left the station yet. When it does, we'll make sure to let you guys know, right? Yeah. All aboard! Yeah, that's we'll sign that as the train leaves the station. Our 5 minute is green. Our 15 minute is green. Our 30 minute is red. Let's see if they all line up green. So the NMDE was a little bit of a false alarm, or actually, like I said, played out as a flat correction. And again, if you're watching, you don't understand some of the terms that we were talking about, that's a good time. Maybe you should sign up for mentorship, or at least find out more about it. Find out a lot of people don't know what they don't know about trading, right? You think you know, but there's so much, after doing it for 30 years, there's a lot that people don't know. Some of the things you need to know, and some things you really don't need to know. And I don't like cluttering people's minds with stuff that's not needed. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Eastern time. Time for party time. Let's get that train going. All aboard! Let's do it. Let's get it going. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Let's do it. Hit me. Pay me. Pay me. Hit it. We're at 69 by 71 at the 61.8% expansion target. We may just go ahead and help us out and just take it, right? And there we go. And the crowd goes wild. Ooh, ooh. Let's see if we get that expansion target. 100% expansion. Opportunity, you got paid? Did you get paid, brother? You know, Jeff gets paid all the time. Jeff is one of my top graduates from Elite Traders University. You know, they're making money. He's like, he doesn't make money. It's, what's going on? Oh, yeah, I did. Let's ride on. All right, bro. Let me just get him where is my, I need more than that, bro. We need some applause. Where's my, I'm looking at my phone for it. Opportunity. Crowd's going wild for him. He's got a bag of money. Jeff goes, I'm out. He got paid. My people get paid. If you got paid on YouTube, I know it was a little bit delayed, but if you got paid, let me know in the chat box. Let's do it. 100% expansion. Let's go. Bulls are in control. All aboard! Look, our 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minutes green. Did that 30 minute, and it's game over. Checkmate. Checkmate. Pay me. Pay us. Oh, 5 minute going nuts. 5 minutes going nuts. What up? Let's get that. There's that 100% expansion. Breakout. Breakout. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the money. We're gonna take the money and run. We're gonna pip and run our way to. I'm gonna take the profit on that one too. And I'm gonna enter again because I'm a greedy guy. Let's do it again. Oh, he ran out of juice. Okay. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it. I'm like playing a staple song, staple singer song. Let's do it again. I know that we're talking about trading in the staple singer song. Do it again. Let's do it again. Sometimes the rain going when I hear the sound, like you and me, baby, getting down with sound around. Okay, let's do it. My voice is kind of scratchy. I can't sing. I can't do the staple singers. I can't play because you play it, you get a copyright infraction. But I tell you what, young people wouldn't even know who the staple singers were unless I mention them. They go, "Who's that? Who are them?" And then they might even get a record sale from, or at least a Spotify listen. Okay, you might we're down about 3.7 pips on the this, but we are at a zone where we can make some moolah. We can make about 20 pips on this. Expansion target for this is at not 163.19, which is about 47 pips away. And my thing keeps chiming. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I think it's just me. So I'm going to mute the speaker so I won't be able to hear anything. Oh, that's not what I want to do. No, go away. I know. No. Let's do the morning. Sweet breeze in the summertime. Feeling your sweet face, baby. All laid up next to mine. Talking about the currency pair, I'm not talking about you. Let's do it again. Let's go. Let's go. Uh-oh. Let's go. 8 o'clock train leaving the station. All aboard! Well, we don't want that to happen. Well, that was a train wreck, but we're not a train wreck. We're bulldozing ahead here. 618. That's where we got out, but we got back in again, looking for a break toward the 6283 area. 72 by 74, we're at quarter, three-quarter line. At 75, the 75 line. Break it north. 8 o'clock train's kind of stalled right now. Drove across country from Las Vegas. Wife and I kind of tag team. It was a 18 hour 18-hour drive. And boy, like when you get out like New Mexico, I was in your neck of the woods, Jeff. You get these really, really long trains, along the I-40. I mean, these trains are like miles long. And the weather is nice now, but it was stormy raining. It was like, yeah, what? Why did we decide to drive to Texas? And Flagstaff had more rain than it's like ever had. And if you ever watched Vacation with Chevy Chase, and they were driving and dropped off his mother-in-law, and they went to Flagstaff, and it was raining. And they said it was the worst rain that Flagstaff has ever had. And I felt like it was an episode of European Vacation. Nope, it's pulling back. And it's pulling back. If it's giving us an opportunity to 66 by 68, got a little bit of a pullback. Usually the market breathes, it breathes in, and breathes out, and breathes in, and breathes out. So right now it's breathing in, right? Hopefully it doesn't like choke, like, you know. So it's breathing right now. The market is breathing in, and bet the great market trading is when you can not top ticket like here, but exert some patience, wait for a red candle, wait for a green to change on a trend line break, and then getting in after when it starts to exhale, inhale, red, ex exhale, green. And the moment it exhales, that's when you want to pull your trigger on your chart, right? So we kind of like got in a little early. We're on a 1 minute chart. It's not that detrimental on the 1 minute. It's just that higher time frames, the bigger pullbacks. But right now we're bouncing off key level support in that 6260 area. So let's see if we get a green candle break. That could take us to our 100% expansion. We'll still make good money. We're still looking at making $66.76. Pick up 6 pips. When I go to the store, I look at everything in forms of pips on a standard lot, right? $10 a pip, So someone will say, "Oh, that's kind of expensive." It's about 6 pips, about 5 pips. I went to the store and got some more UT, this burnt orange. I love wearing Hawaiian shirts. I'm not wearing a Hawaiian shirt. And I'm supposed to wear my Hawaiian shirt. I bought a Hawaiian shirt, right? I actually got a UT Hawaiian shirt. It's probably back here somewhere. And I figured it was about 6 pips. Let me get it. So So like so this is a UT, the University of Texas. And it's has little palm trees, right? You know, and then looking at the price is like, well, what it's 7.5 pips, but they're having like a 30% off sale, so it's only 5.4 pips. So you figure I press a button and boom, I I could buy a shirt, right? Or now the shirt's paid for, right? And now I'm in the hole. That's exactly why I paid for the shirts. I mean, what the rate the retail price was, right? But I look at like dinner was 3.2 pips. You know, I put gas in the car. Gas was like 6 pips. Look at that nice green candle break. Yeah, I'll pull the trigger on that. Do I have any? I don't have much bacon left. Okay, I can put like half a slab on, or half slab of ribs on there. Yeah, or maybe. Okay, I can put a half a slab, and then I'll put the take profit up there as well on the 100% expansion, 62.86 or so, and then we'll put a stop. Stop. The last major swing is that swing of the projection. Wow, we said 60 to make 60. Yeah, this one actually would make yeah, 60 to make 60. All right, let's go. All right. All right, 67 by 68. Oh, got a little break, got a bounce. We got some support. We're above the 200 simple moving average, which is our light blue line. We broke out of the box, but we came back to retest the box. The blue box here that you can see. And I'm going to extend it. You can see that the price came back, retested the box. Sometimes we got an RTTSC, a return to the scene of the crime. Like in those old criminal movies, those like Columbo movies, like, let's go back to the scene of the crime. Look, there's a criminal. Why is he there? Because he's dumb. That's why he's a criminal, right? He's admiring his handiwork. He takes a selfie. They didn't have camera phones and stuff back in the 70s when Columbo was on. But you can imagine that the guy was like, "Hey, look, I robbed this bank. Look at me." And he posted on social media, right? So if you know price is going to return to the scene of the crime, you can wait. So, and that's then that top position a result of FOMO, right? Starting FOMO, you start ringing the bell, getting excited, which it's all part of the entertainment, part of the Forex club. But you really want to get a cool head and enter when you get a color change, trend line break, and just keep your discipline, which is the hardest thing to do in the market because you don't want the train to leave without you. You don't want to miss out an opportunity. 8:20, we got about 40 minutes left. Let's see if we can get to that 100% expansion, our level that we're looking for. I'm going to highlight it up here. We're looking for that 100% expansion. We're looking for price to move up to this area. And it's a combination of a couple, different strategies, very old strategies too. Yeah, that means doing a little research. I know research is like a dirty word, you watch Gutfeld and dog, oh, research, who needs research? Well, research, you find all kinds of secret stuff that they used to do back in the old days, you know, where they had this unfair advantage that made them win to make a lot of money. And when you just try to do stuff the regular way, sometimes it's a lot harder because you lack the shortcuts and the different techniques to get ahead. $62, 65. Looking for that bounce. We can break above 70 and move on up. Um, the alternative count is we have some type of a shoulder, head, shoulder, a bearish head and shoulders pattern, which could give us a sell-off. We have quite a cluster of support. We have what we call center of gravity lines that have held, and also a 200 simple moving average. And usually what we'll do is we can redraw if you're not in the market or if you're still looking for a possible trade, a break above this trend line would probably ignite a big rally as the head and shoulders people are actually stopped out and they are on the wrong side of the trade. Remember, the Forex is a stop driven market. It's driven by stops. And so the more stops, the more people who have stops in place who are growing in the same direction, the higher they'll go in the opposite direction. I know it doesn't make any sense, but losers pay winners, and it's like a pyramid. You have to have a whole bunch of losers at the bottom in order to make the small amount of winners win. So if everyone sees this as a head and shoulders pattern and everyone gets short, well, guess where they're going to place their stop? They're going to place their stops above the shoulder, and they're going to place their stops above the last high. So all the market maker has to do once everyone's piled in is push price into their stop, and their stop, a bear stop is a buy order, right? They have to buy their position back to close their trade out. And this creates what we call a short squeeze rally, right? So many people are short and all their stops are here. And then price hits those stops like a spark hits gasoline. And those buy orders trigger more buy orders. And bulls and bears are both buying for different reasons. Bulls are buying because they're greedy, want to make money, and they look at the appreciation in the currency to, the price is going up and they're going to buy more. While the bears are trying to avoid losing more money because as it goes up, they lose more and more and more. So they want to close their trades out and buy their positions, buy their shorts back. Again, this is called a short squeeze rally. So even though this is an obvious bearish pattern, Thomas Bulkowski writes about how many times it fails. It fails a lot. And it fails because it doesn't fail because of that, it doesn't work. It fails because too many people can see it. It fails because too many people can see the pattern. Just like if everyone's buying a house, there's no one left to buy a house, prices can't go up. You have to have what they call the greater fool theory. There has to be someone who's dumb enough to pay more than what you paid for it. So you can sell it to them so you can get out, right? That's how markets work. Auctions work because there's always someone who's going to pay more for it. That's what they tell you. Buy when there's blood in the street. Buy when nobody wants it. You buy when nobody wants it, and when it goes up, now you have pricing power. You sell into the rally. Do we have enough to buy another one? Do we have enough to, I don't think we do, but let's. Right. No. Okay. See, we're down like 110, and we're only down 82. We're seeing the buyers step in. Our trend bar, our 1 minute's neutral, but our higher time frames, when they're 30 is green and you get that 1 hour and 4 hour green too, well, then we should be in like Flint. I hope you guys are having a great day, a great evening, wherever you may be in the world. Yeah, my name is Dr. Greg McLeod. My full name is Dr. Thomas Gregory McLeod. And the reason why I'm telling you that is like, hey, well, he sounds really pompous, Thomas Gregory McLeod. Like, yeah. I just know there's a guy out there named Malcolm McLeod, and he is in a lot of legal trouble. And ChatGPT said it was me. So if you look me up and you say, well, Greg McLeod is being sued, and you blah blah, it's not me. It's this guy named Malcolm McLeod. Gregory Malcolm McLeod. His initials are GMM. My initials are TGM. So ChatGPT said I should mention my first name so I won't get confused with this guy. But they've already, if you look at Baby Pips, you look at my review. So, well, Greg is being sued for $85,000. That's not me. That's Malcolm McLeod's messed up. Okay, he messed up the McLeod name. I don't even know the guy. Guy's in Florida, and he's a trader. He's an SEC. He's a stock trader in Florida, Boca Raton, Florida. So you can look him up, Gregory Malcolm McLeod, or they'll say Gregory McLeod, but it's not me, guys. So just a warning. Don't believe the fake news, okay? As our esteemed president, number 47, Donald Trump says, don't believe the fake news. The great thing about the ChatGPT is you can teach it. So I actually took the SEC filing lawsuit with Gregory Malcolm McLeod. And I go, am I related to Gregory Malcolm McLeod? And ChatGPT goes, no. So I said, why are you including his stuff on my record? Oh, that's a mistake. We'll go ahead and change that. So I did upload that. But still, it's not just identity theft, but you know how many people have the same name as you? If your name is John Smith, you're just screwed, you know? You know how many John Smiths are there, you know? And I remember buying a house or selling a house in Los Angeles, and another guy name was Thomas Gregory McLeod in Palos Verdes. Thomas Gregory McLeod was selling a house the same month I was selling my house, and our paperwork got confused. His house was several $1 million. Mine was a couple of $100,000. So there was no confusion there. But it's not just identity theft; it's identity uh, mess ups, where people who have your identical name, your identical initials, that could actually be like around the corner from you. You know, So they have this thing now where you have the kids making up their names, right? And you can't, it's all kinds of weird stuff, against parental rights, where you have to call the kid by the name he wants to be called. And I don't think that's right. I think, hey, I brought you in this world, I take you out, or they can take control of you. The state can pick you up and take care of you, right? That's just my opinion. Um, However, the kids have been is interesting that's coming up as they have been adding numbers to their name, creating different. I mean, it doesn't make sense. No, like Threevion, his name is Threevion. He has number three and Vion. So they're putting numbers in their names, which on the surface seems stupid. However, with all the merging, how many Stacy Parkers or Kathy Williams are there? There are billions, there are hundreds of thousands of them. So there's gonna be merging of data and confusion, right? And plus, social security number, they might even have the same last four digits of their social security number. Um, so finding new ways to identify people, I say put your identity on the blockchain or something. So you have a unique address that's unique to you. It's cool if the person stays out of trouble or something. Like there's a Dr. Gregory McLeod, another Dr. Gregory McLeod, who's like head of a school in North Carolina. And there's another one who's a game designer, or Gregory McLeod who's the game designer. And I've received emails. Hey, could you program this game? I go, I am not Gregory McLeod, the game designer. You want that? And they say, well, can I get accepted to your college here in North Carolina? And it's like going, no, that's the other Gregory McLeod. But I'm Thomas Gregory McLeod, the CEO and founder of Elite Traders University, a different guy. I'm not that guy. I should register my name as a registered trademark so nobody can be named my name, you know? All right, we're finally, we are, yes, we are. We're in the money. We're in the money. At least on one of the trades we are. The bigger slab of ribs there is in the hole about 4.7 pips. But moving on up, see if we hit our target zone, that 162.85 area right in here. And if we can hit in the next 27 minutes, it'd be great. And I can pay for the other shirt I bought. And I tell you, it's a really great thing when you can, uh, I had one trading account where it was connected to my PayPal card. So I would basically put the trade on, move the money to my PayPal card, and say, hey, let's go out to lunch, dinner, go shopping. And basically, it was money that did not come out of my living expenses or my savings. It just came out of no. I just trade for a couple hours, or maybe not even long, maybe a little shorter, maybe like an hour, and then we can go out and just get what I want to get. So it's like if you learn this market the right way, it's almost like it's like excuse me guys, it's almost like having your own genie in a bottle. All right, all right, all right. Let's go. 5 minute chart. Looks tasty, tasty and delicious. The and our trend bar is growing green. Each successive one is turning green. But that hour chart to turn green too, and the 4 hour, and we're not when we're cooking with gas then, you know. And if you like what you're hearing, whether on YouTube or in our VIP group, give me some dollar signs. Show me some love. I want to feel your love. Show me some dollar signs. Doesn't cost you anything. I'm not asking you to buy me a cup of coffee. We're not there yet. We're just getting started. I had a double shot, a doppio espresso from Starbucks with a pump of mocha, and I'm flying high anyway. It's like ah, too much caffeine, you know. All right. Get it, Frags. Somebody. Like, and this is like, this is like a, you know, with our predictive function indicators, the Kenneth is part of our group. He's like one of our top traders along with Jeff, you know. You get this without it's like 70%, 69% without our predictive function. When you add the predictive function, now you're probably closer to 80, 90%, where you like at this, like, oh yeah, this is gonna go from here to here, and you can like sit back and go to sleep, wake up with money, which is interesting. Now there's time when you lose, yeah, but you have a predefined risk, right? Like my stop loss, I might hear on the 5 minute. I might move that stop loss up below the swing point and the 200. I have the 200 sub moving average and this wick that I'm bearish against, or I'm bullish against the wick, bullish against the 200. And I'll add 4 pips to that and take it down to 56. I add 50, yeah, 56. I'm gonna take 5 pips below that, right? You want to give yourself a little bit of a buffer below the swing low, and then you look for the expansion target, and that's your perfect setup. Your bread and butter, your bread and butter setup. So yeah, that's it. That too. That's the same. Right. Yeah, our 8 o'clock train seemed to be taking a little bit of a break. I worked in middle school, South Central LA. I taught English at Markham Middle School, and Markham Middle School is right next to train tracks, the Alameda train. It's a big long train that goes from Long Beach all the way through downtown and beyond. And that train is so long, it's like probably 3, 4, 5 miles long. And right across the street from our school was a Burger King. And that train would actually stop, slow down, stop, and skid. The engineer had time where he could time that train to get right to the Burger King. He would stop the train. This train is miles long. It divided the community. We had kids on one side of the tracks who lived, and they tried in, and the train stopped. And he would get out of his train and go to Burger King, and he would get breakfast. And cars are stuck on the other side. People kind of try and get to work. Kids can't get to school. They're climbing over the cars to get to the school. Okay. It's just mad in South Central. It's kind of like wild, wild west. Anything can happen, right? And you're like, why is this train stopped? This train has probably all kinds of cars and imports from Long Beach and everything. And in the morning is like people going to work and kids going to school. And this guy, at the precision, this guy could stop the train in front of a Burger King and get his croissant muffin or whatever he would get back in the train, start it up. Now you got something that is miles and miles long that weighs millions of tons in weight. You have to start that thing back up and gain momentum. And you're over here on Alameda and uh, you know, what's it, cross street, 108th or something like that. Now you're gonna go, you know, and then the school will actually tell the kids, do not cross over the, no, don't climb over the cars. You might get your leg like caught up in the mechanism or something, But the train is 3 miles long, so once they get started going, they would say, give the kids a note late to class because of the train, right? So it takes, well, my point. Why am I telling you the story? It's like that. That's a fake story, Greg. You made that up. You're like fake news. Like, yeah, you ask some people who taught the school in South Central during the '90s, and they'll talked about the Alameda train. But the markets are like that too. It takes a lot of momentum to move the $6.1 trillion market. There's a lot of players and hedge funds and things that have to be in place. In fact, they call them operators. The operators who work the dealing desks. You know, I remember I was on the desk and the guy with one of the dealers came down and visited us. And he goes, "Hey, who has a chart? We're looking for dollar yen to go up to this level. Let's get our people in." It's like okay, all right. The dealer said it's gonna go there. And they went there. It was exactly where he said it was going to go. Because they got stuff they got to do. These prices represent someone's got to get payroll. Maybe a European bank is paying someone in Japan, or they need euros in Japan, or they need yen in Europe to pay, or they need money for an acquisition of a company. So this stuff is pretty much kind of like preset, and you're just looking at one side of it looking at your screen, from your laptop or from your phone. You're just seeing one part of it. You're not seeing all of the matrix code of what's going on, right? So what I teach my students is how to decode that and see what are they trying to do, right? If they put that low in, they put this wick in there for a reason to basically stake their claim, to build a base so they can take it to the next level, like base camp before they climb the mountain, right? They pitch their camp, right? They put their food supplies, they're gonna climb the top of this mountain, they're gonna go to that level, and so they build that base before they take it. The wider the base, the higher the race. Kids don't listen. I have crossed between and jumped off. You know what? You're from Michigan, right? From Detroit, Detroit, South Central. Got a lot in common. Pontiac. You're from Pontiac. You're from 7 Mile. 7 Mile or 8 Mile is like our Crenshaw or Slauson. Oh, Illinois, Illinois. Okay, yeah, that's another. Yeah, those elevated trains in Chicago. Chicago. Okay, we're at 64, but hey, we should call our show Training Day, right? When we just talk about trains, 64 by 65. Again, we'll do a makeup like a Sunday makeup. and then we'll do a makeup on because tomorrow is the actual celebrate the ceremony tomorrow night this time. But we pulled a 18-hour nonstop. And we did stop at the bathroom. We stopped to get some food. Met a cool guy named Russell from Vegas who uh, was in the McDonald's over here in Albuquerque. We stopped off. We'll be driving back. You know, that's the thing about you drive. Like, I gotta drive back. It's like, you know, just gonna like roll my car on a plane and fly it back. But we got to see the Hoover Dam and bypass the Grand Canyon and drive in a lot of rain. It was a very rainy. All right, this is kind of stalling out. Kind of like didn't want. We could get a double bottom. We could see a retest of the low 62, 61. Sometimes Mark is looking for some some more buyers. Are there any buyers down there? Or we still got the 200. We still got these bands, and we're basically still in our box. We left the box for a little bit, and it's like a kid leaving home. He leaves home. He goes, be paying for my own food and rent. I'm gonna move back home. He comes back, and maybe their room is converted into a man cave uh, or a knitting den, you know, ladies' den. Like, well, where's my bed and all my stuff? It's like, you moved out. You're an adult. Get out of here. So the kid comes back home, can't find a place, and then he moves out again, right? So the price sometimes comes back. They call it break and retest. I just call it return to the scene of the crime, but it's the same thing. Never like it returning so deep. I mean, if you use those tops back here as your box tops, then we're just testing the top of the box. We broke out, tested the box, and let's see if we get a break. And I want it to break now. That way it'll be on video. Because sometimes when I get off the camera and then all of a sudden it shoots up, like turn the zoom back on, turn it back on, turn the cameras back on, and it's like, ha. Yeah. So keep an eye on it, and send me a screenshot. Greg, you're right. Or if it flames out, you blew it again, Greg. You blew it again. You suck, Greg. We're testing a little deeper. 62 by 63. 8:49. We got 10 minutes left in our trade, and then we'll just leave it. Either it's gonna either stop 4 or 5 pips below the swing low, or we're going to bounce. We got nice, like I said, nice W double bottom forms a W pattern. You get this W, and if I can draw it, I can. If I have some annotation tools, right? We have this drop, rise, drop, right? And if it forms this W, usually that W is bullish and the M is bearish, right? Rally, drop, rally, double top, drop. But if we have a M, drop, rise, drop, can't go any lower, boom, it usually goes higher, right? Clear all my drawings. Sometimes it goes a little bit lower, a little lower than the wick. And a lot of people go, oh, I went a little lower, then it's bearish, and it doesn't. Our parabolic center of gravity lines are here. And then we can zoom in, Pippo vision. We can magnify this and look really closely at the market structure. There's a lower, it has dropped 69 down to 60. It's a 9 pip drop. Been nice to have gotten short. But, it's counter trend, and counter trends usually don't last that long. Usually we're up on the trend. It's reaching now 59 by 61. $60 by 61. And if we get a color change, green candle break, trend line, be nice if you have not committed capital to it. We still have that possible area. We are reaching down 59 by 60. 8 minutes left. Our northbound train seems to be derailed. Ooh, and it's really pushing down 57 by 58. We're down 13 pips. Oh, oh. Yeah, one of the positions are stopped out. Really close to being stopped out in the other one. Long wick candle, sign of capitulation. Has not hit her stop yet. This candle, very active, very violent candle, usually means capitulation. That's it. This is the best the bears can do. They can't come up with another one. If they can't come up with another candle with as much or more downward pressure, usually that's a sign of a reversal, right? So at the most darkest time for the bulls, with a very strong bearish move, where it's the worst push, just pushing down, and then all of a sudden there's a reversal, right? This is all the momentum, the strongest momentum we got, and now our candle is a little bit higher, and we might get a green candle after this and a reversal if we don't see another powerful move. But it is threatening as we get closer to the 9 o'clock hour. Our stop loss is right here. We make it a habit not to move our stop loss. Oh, and we're hit. That hurt. That no, that it did push lower through the bands, right? And so I'm not done yet, right? Because this looks like very much a capitulation. We go to trading view, go to euro yen on a 15-second chart. We're probably really close to a bottom. We just couldn't, I wasn't going to move my stop. I'm going to honor my stop and just wait for a better area to get in. So let's go to super charts. And if it's we'll hurry up and get that 15-second chart up. Look at, yeah, we're cooking with gas. Let's do it. Oh, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Okay. Okay. Oh, Okay. That's it. Okay. There we go. We were that close. But I don't want to get in the habit of moving my stop. In this case, we're so close to the band that and the reversal was right there. So I still re-entered the market, and we lost $130 on that trade, or 13 pips. But I believe we will get our. I think that blowout could get us to our 163 35. There we go. There we go. There we go. Wow. That was a market, that was manipulation action to get people out, get everybody out, right? One more fishing expedition down, and then now look at they're taking it up. So there we go. Pleasure. Well, I told you I wasn't finished yet. I said, no, you don't, gonna bring it right down to my stop, right? Look at that. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get paid. We got back 10 pips, right? Let's get back to get back to our uh-oh. Oh, 15-second chart. 15 seconds. We were in it to win it before they even knew we were coming, bro. Bam. All right, there we go. What, 30% retracement? Get ready, get ready, get ready. Pull back. Pull back. Okay. 618 at that 62, 61. 15-second chart. Okay, we're gonna get back to the trading platform. Oh, let's do it. We're good. Oh, we need. There we go. Get ready to pop. See, pop green on the 15-second. There we go. We're in the money again. Woohoo! There we go. Pip, pipping and running, baby. Can we get the? Can we get that 100% expansion target? Can we get another? Let's go. Let's get paid. Pay me. Pay me. The 9 o'clock train. We got a 9 o'clock train going on, right? 9 o'clock. 5-minute candle long spike to the south side. And let's see if we can get up to that 62.88. At least. And sometimes it's just a matter of just waiting for, that capitulation, really serious sell-off that really scares people, gets the bears, draws all the bears in. Once they're all drawn in, then boom, you start pushing price, stop driven market, price hits their stops, right? 63 by 65. Recycle this trend line. Reuse, recycle, renew. And the angle is shifting down here. We got a nice little flag. The 15-second didn't last very long. It gives a little spike up, and we could have grabbed her like $10 there, running out in front of traffic to grab a $10 bill. Big shout out to Ray Lamar Wiggins. He did a podcast this past weekend. He came out to town, flew in from Michigan, flew in and met his buddy James, and we had a great time doing his podcast. It's called uh, I I homeschooled myself podcast. So he talks about different type of business opportunities, and he's also a Pippin runner, and he had me on his podcast. So that look for that. That's going to be, go to his channel. He's editing it now, and I have a special offer too on that podcast too. So it's called I homeschooled myself. Ray Lamar Wiggins. You might have seen some of his YouTube videos. He's got the beanie cap on, he's listens to a lot of business people, philosophy people, and does YouTube shorts. And I was an honor to be on his podcast, which look for it. There maybe Apple, the iTunes store, wherever you get your podcasts. I don't do them that often, but when people ask me to, I'll share a little stuff that I've learned over the past 30 years, I might I know a couple of tricks, you know. Okay, we got trim line break, color change. It's like me getting out of bed in the morning. Yeah, it's too cold. I gotta take a shower, gotta brush my teeth. Do I just put this blanket over my head for another couple hours? Hit snooze. This keeps hitting snooze. It's like it keeps hitting the snooze button. But you gotta pay me, so you gotta get out of bed, so I get paid. Come on. 9:05. Sometimes it used to, in the old days, the markets would move on the hour, like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Now they're a little off. Now they're like 9:05 or 9:15 or 11:18 or something. So we kind of probably figured to throw people off. Let's not telegraph exactly what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you this left hook right about now. It's like, oh, I'm gonna block it right about now, right? The key is surprise. So keeping things unusual and non-regular is what the markets try to do to keep you off balance. But the market only has so many tricks anyway, right? And the key is, what are the tricks that the market uses each time in order to, look left and throw right and get you to look the other way and right hook you. Okay, 9:06. I want to switch back to that 15-second chart there. And yeah, after that, yeah, I mean, I was looking for a move back. Oh, yeah, it's getting started. It's getting started. Goodbye, 15-second chart. It's gonna get started. If you don't see it with ground saying, you don't see a red candle, nothing's going on, and give it some time. Just wait. This stuff is rolling through time frames, like multi-dimensional. It's like parallel universes. They're working through the 15-second and the 5 second, 1 second, 15-second, the 55 tick, and rolls up to the 1 minute, then 5 minute. And you're in the 30 minute. You're like, I don't see anything going on, Greg. I don't know what you're talking about, right? See? And there you go. It's starting to roll up. This stuff is rolling like the tide through the different time zones or time frames. Just like a storm coming in, like a big rainstorm in Texas. Well, guess what? It rolled all the way to Las Vegas. It was raining in Las Vegas. So the rain had moved through the southern, southwest and kept moving west till it hit California, right? But a week ago, I was sitting on my patio, like, looking, what great weather we have, and the clouds start rolling in. And there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, right. Let's go. Let's go. All right. All right then. We're retesting the box again. 9-11. We got 11 minutes overtime here. We're gonna probably cut off another 5 minutes. We want to limit out in on a high note. We made a nice comeback. What do you guys think about the comeback? Give me some dollar signs in the chat box if you like that. How we were able to get back in, because we had a lot of things pointing in our direction, and we went back in again. No, I'll put a stop in, and we want our last swing low, and add about 4 or 5 pips to that, or 5 pips to that. It goes to 47 as our stop. 47. Is that coming right? And we're below the bands, and we're looking for a move. I'm actually going to look for that 100% expansion. I know it's been kind of an elusive target. 10% of the time, trading the markets is buying, 10% is selling, and 80% is watching. Sixty-two 57 by 59. We're coming right back down to the band. It just seems it doesn't want to get out of its way. It might even, we're down about 10 pips, pulling back to support. And there's look what's going on that 15-second time frame, and see if it's really just so weak after a rally. So 2 rallies up to the 72 area and no go, no get started. I even like to see the 62, the 6690 area. That's that is a weekly chart, daily chart. Still a little lucky there. There's our 15-second. We had a green arrow or green. We did have a green candle. 30 minutes. No green yet. And we really haven't broken out of the box of this 30-minute. The box still remains pretty boxy. And below the 200 simple moving average, 62.72 has been a bear, a literal bear. Okay, guys, it is 9:15. I want to thank you for watching, and